We are looking at education, engineering education, and climate change, and basically how those two come together. At least in my experience, I don't think that we are taking the climate change considerations in terms of future conditions and bringing that to the engineering education piece. And so our students need to be able to understand what kinds of conditions they might be facing and how engineered systems might need to adapt to those conditions or how they might help mitigate those.
We could think about water, for example. So most climate models predict that the East is going to get a whole lot of precipitation. So these huge, big snowfalls we're seeing this year, for example, the climate models predicted that. But they also predict huge droughts here in the American West. So we're going to have a lot of concerns over who gets what water we have available. So as the world changes because of climate change, you have to ask the questions, who's going to win and who's going to lose when we talk about engineering systems related to water or energy or infrastructure. And we want engineers to really be at the table when they're talking about those discussions. So if we're talking about privatizing water, for example, which is something that's been tried in South America, it was even tried in Georgia here in the United States, and it was a colossal failure, but it was an attempt to try to address water shortages. Well, we would like engineers to be able to have some frameworks for thinking about social justice, equity, equality, access, to be at those sort of discussions, because engineers have not only technical expertise to add, but also we want them to have some understanding of some of those equity issues.
Regardless of the cause of climate change, it could be human forced, it could be some natural forcings. It's happening, right? We're seeing major changes in our climate. And we want engineers to be prepared for that and to be thinking about how to be even better engineers in the face of those changes.
The partnership is a coming together of, I believe, 5 institutions. The phase 1 is a competition that the National Science Foundation opened to see how different institutions would come together to organize themselves around a particular area or a particular topic related to climate change. What we're getting paid to do is actually to organize a proposal for phase 2, which will be $10 million for a period of 5 years. And the question is, how do we organize ourselves and our work in the most effective way? Do we create partnerships with other institutions? And we're doing that. We are bringing in community colleges and tribal colleges that are mainly populated by Native Americans. Do we bring in the engineering deans, or do we work with mainly with faculty? So we need to figure that one out. Do we try to go for individual modules and units inside of existing courses, or do we create new courses? It would certainly be the largest grant that brings together engineering faculty and LAIS faculty. So we're pretty excited about that because it will give us not only a significant amount of money, but the status of the grant. And the possibility to work together for many years in a truly interdisciplinary fashion with between colleagues from engineering and colleagues from LAS.